Good day, everyone, and welcome to today's episode of LANGERR at the Mic. We're joined by our usual guest, Ryan Silver, for our NFL Week 8 preview. And I don't know if that got your full-on LANGER at the Mic there, Ryan, but it's all good. Thank you for that introduction. We're gonna do things a little bit differently today because we're gonna have goats, we're gonna have locks,
barn.
we're gonna have donkeys. We're gonna have barns also because we're gonna bet our barns bet the farms. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna have farms, not barns. But anyway, we'll get into that. You'll see what we mean. But yeah, welcome to our NFL Week 8 preview. If you like our weekly previews, then as usual, subscribe to my channel, give a big thumbs up on our videos, and yeah, let's get right into it. We're gonna start with our matchup today against the Atlanta Falcons and Carolina Panthers. I don't know if we see the thumbs up there, Ryan, but Ryan's giving us a thumbs up. So yeah. But yeah, we're gonna preview Thursday Night Football between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. So, Ryan, who do you have in this one?
Remember at the start of the year when I was like super excited to see how like tight this division race was gonna be, and like, and then Todd Gurley accidentally scored a touchdown, and then the Falcons accidentally didn't jump on an onside kick.
And that was mic'd up, by the way. So that Matt Ryan or the Atlanta Falcons offense was mic'd up. I forget exactly who it was, but you hear them in the huddle. Matt Ryan saying, "Guys, okay, don't score," and everyone's like, "Yep, we got it. We're not gonna score. No, don't score." And then what happens? Handoff to Todd Gurley, goes up the middle. Lions don't touch him, and then he falls and stumbles into the end zone.
He has himself in his fantasy teams. What can I say, man? What did I say? Nah, I don't actually think that. But either way, it's that was hilarious. I've never seen it go against a team like that before. So
we had Todd Gurley stumble into the end zone, which was the reason why the Falcons lost to the Lions, where the Lions celebrate that. And then you had Daniel Jones stumbling over the 20-yard line, which was arguably one of the big reasons why the Giants lost the Eagles on Thursday Night Football last week. But
either way, but it's
anyway,
like,
yeah, just stumbling, players stumbling left and right in the NFL, of course.
My favorite part of that play though with the Falcons was that like when Todd Gurley fell in the end zone, all of the Detroit team, I've never seen the defense all go touchdown and the offense all go no, he wasn't in. It was really funny.
Yeah, I don't know if that's ever happened before, but yeah, I don't know. Let's see if that'll happen today in the Falcons Thursday night game against the Carolina Panthers. Who do you got in this one, Ryan? Or, by the way, I think we're both combined. I want to say 4 and 14 or 4 and 15 picking Carolina Panthers games this year. So,
but we're gonna go 6 out of 16 on these ones. Panthers are winning this game. I can see Atlanta, competing and it being an actually entertaining football game, but and we're gonna get more into this later. I don't see Atlanta holding a lead. I see them gaining a lead. I don't see them holding a lead, and I'm going to touch on that more a little later in the show with a different segment. But I got Carolina winning this one.
We have on the record here, and we could even maybe flash back to Ryan saying last week that, I'm going to take Atlanta, but, I'm going to regret it later. So, yeah, so that was wrong. So that's why I'm not going to take Atlanta this week. I'm going to take Carolina, and I agree with you. It's going to be a, just interesting game because all of Atlanta's games this year have been interesting, except maybe the one against Seattle and the one that they won against Minnesota. So Atlanta's been in pretty much all of their games this year, but they have, I think, what is it? They're 1 and 6. Yeah, they have one win to show for it. So, yeah. So give me
Atlanta's
Carolina.
like my fantasy team where every single week I'm competing and then just losing by the slightest of margins, and somehow I'm 1 and 6.
Just because your opponent has someone playing on Monday Night Football and they had that one extra touchdown that put them over the top. Yeah, for sure.
For all my fellow fantasy footballers, I have had two weeks already where I've lost by a point or less. It's been tough. It's been a tough. I could be 3 and 3. I guess 3 and 4. I'm 1 and 6. Almost done. It's too bad.
And anyway. that's why fantasy football sucks. But yeah, yeah, dude. Dak went down for me. McCaffrey went down for me. Eckler went down for me. So yeah, just fantasy. Obviously, these injuries in real life suck so much for the players, but that's what's more important than our fantasy teams at the end of the day. So anyway. We're going to start a couple of new segments today, and Ryan's going to lead us off with this, but we're going to start with our 7 in 70 seconds segment. So Ryan is going to make 7 picks, 7 teams that are going to win this week in on NFL Sunday in 70 seconds. Ryan's getting all ready and hyped to go. All right, Ryan, you ready?
Let's do this.
I don't know if we saw your warm ups there, but yeah, Ryan's all warmed up, all stretched out, ready to go. Okay, so Ryan,
Oh, that hurt.
there you go. All right, so the clock's gonna start for you, Ryan, in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, I got Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. We got the matchup of the week here. This one's going to be an unbelievable one. I got Lamar Jackson finally kicking it in the gear, finally learning how to remember how to throw a football, and beating the Pittsburgh Steelers by just the slightest of margins at the end of the game. Give me Baltimore. We got Buffalo and New England. I'm going to talk about this one later in a different segment as well. But I got New England pulling the upset against Buffalo and trying to squeak back in that division. Now we got Tennessee in Cincinnati. A really entertaining game, but also not really. Tennessee's going to take those absolutely wipe the floor. Cincinnati's going to try to make a comeback at some point. You're going to get to see some more Joe Burrow in his action. A little bit of fun. Maybe AJ Green will start playing again. He's actually been having a couple good weeks, so it's been kind of cool. But give me Tennessee Titans. Las Vegas in Cleveland. I'm actually really excited for this matchup. I'd like to see what Cleveland could do without Odell. I don't think it's enough, though. Give me Vegas. Indianapolis Colts versus the Detroit Lions. I have the Colts by the slightest of margins. I'm going back and forth on this one, but I think their defense is going to hold up and prevail. We got the Green Bay Packers, Minnesota Vikings. I got Green Bay. No need to explanation. Kansas City, New York Jets. Even less of an explanation needed. Kansas City, Miami, and versus the LA Rams. Give me Miami. Fins up to a time.
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, going back to fantasy, yeah, I don't know if I should actually start to this week. I'm playing quarterback by committee right now because of that Dak Prescott injury.
Play Tua in his first week. Not saying he won't do well. I'm just saying don't do it.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll have something to say about that in one of our later segments, but we'll see. All right, give me a countdown, Ryan.
All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so we're going to lead with the Green Bay Packers over the Minnesota Vikings because, like you said before, no explanation. Aaron Rodgers is the GOAT, and he's not the GOAT, but anyway, he's playing like it right now. He's a bad man, and they're going to beat the Minnesota Vikings. Buffalo over New England. I don't know what's wrong with Cam Newton. I don't know what's wrong with Bill Belichick, but they're not doing so good right now. Give me Buffalo easy over New England. Tennessee over Cincinnati. Cincinnati, Joe Burrow. The kid's going to be a stud. The kid's going to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league at some point, but not now. He has no protection, no offensive line. Tennessee over Cincy. Cleveland over Las Vegas Raiders. I was actually almost going to pick this as an upset for the Raiders, but I just think Cleveland is just going to take care of Las Vegas. Give me LA Chargers over Denver Broncos because Justin Herbert always playing at 4:00, so no one watches him. Always behind the primetime 4:15 game, so no one sees it. But he's one of the best quarterbacks, best young rookie quarterbacks in the NFL right now. So give me LA Chargers over Denver Broncos. Justin Herbert's a baller. Give me Saints over Chicago Bears. I think that the Saints are just going to take care of business over Chicago, who struggled mightily in that loss against the LA Rams. And last but not least, give me the Seattle Seahawks, Russell Wilson, MVP candidate, over the San Francisco 49ers at the 4:25 time slot with the NFL and Fox. And those are my 7 in 70.
Oh, I thought we were just doing the 1:00 games. I went through the 1:00 games only.
No, it's all good. You still pick 7 and 70, so that's all that matters.
I think I went through 8.
That's okay. That's all good. That's all good. We'll learn. We'll learn how to count next week for our preview show next week.
I did this many.
But okay, so now we're going to get into our locked and loaded pick of the week.
Locked and loaded, bet the farm lock of the week, baby. And who else would anybody this week take other than Kansas City? I have an answer for you. It's Tampa Bay! I ain't touching that Kansas City line. I hate that line. It's too dang high. It's too damn high. I don't know if you remember that old meme. Okay, just a little throwback there. But it's a little too high. And here's if I'm gonna pick the lock, I want the team that no matter what scenario happens, like no matter what goes down in that game, they're still gonna win. And I see the craziest scenario where Mahomes gets injured early, where the whole team can't seem to find a way to rally around. Maybe even Tyreek. Let's just say Tyreek and Mahomes go down in some horrible, horrible injuries. I don't know what Kansas City could do at that point. But in Tampa, if Brady and I don't even know if Evans is playing, or Godwin is playing this week, but if they both go down, they still got an unbelievable cast surrounding them, and I think they're a much deeper team. But don't get me wrong, I think Kansas City would still probably win, even on a backup quarterback.
Ryan, yeah, okay, finish. Go ahead.
But if we're gonna take a super lock of the week, I'm taking Tampa over New York. I don't see any galaxy of the New York Giants pulling this upset.
So just Ryan, we're talking about again the Giants at least sort of have a sort of defense, sort of have a sort of quarterback, and like again, I've always hated on the Giants so much this year. Always never gave them a chance, and I agree with you on that. But also, we're talking about the New York Jets here against the Kansas City Chiefs.
I don't know what happened
We've seen Tom Brady. But we've seen Tom Brady and the Bucs implode against the Bears. We've seen Tom Brady we've seen Tom Brady throw picks and almost lose or lose to the Saints and make it, have a hard time against the Chargers. And like I said, Justin Herbert is a large part of that. But we've seen Tom Brady struggle and turn the ball over. Not as of late, but if we're talking about locks here, the New York, like how in what possible galaxy of far away, millennium, whatever, can the New York Jets right now beat the Kansas City Chiefs right now? Tell me. How?
Mahomes goes down early. That would be the only way I see it happening.
But they still have.
Tom Brady went down early in Tampa. I still see Tampa winning it. If Mahomes went down, I think the Jets had a chance. Again, look what the Jets did last week against Buffalo. I don't know if.
But just Buffalo's not like just Buffalo just might not be as like elite, awesome, excellent. That's also like an AFC division rival. So like in a rival game, you kind of have to consider that as well. But I just think that just the Jets, like it's the Jets against the Chiefs, the best team in the league against the worst team in the league. So give me my lock and loaded pick of the week: Kansas City Chiefs over New York Jets.
19.5.
I'm just saying who's gonna win. If you're gonna bet on a winner this week, I would bet on the line. I wouldn't bet on the line.
I don't think you can bet. I think you can't bet on the money line there. I think you have to bet the spread. I'd be surprised if they were taking Kansas City bets straight up. But anyways, any bookie. But either way, that's my pick.
All right. So now let's go to our next segment. Who is gonna shine in prime time? Who's gonna shine in prime time? Who do you got?
Right. Well,
we got Cowboys. We got Cowboys versus Eagles. Sorry, you got Cowboys versus Eagles on Sunday night, and Tampa Bay versus the New York Giants on Monday Night Football.
So I'm not gonna touch too much on this because I know this is the third time I've done this, but in a later segment, I'm gonna go a little bit more detail in Philadelphia, Dallas for a specific reason. But I believe it's quite clear that the Eagles are gonna run away with this game, and the person that's gonna shine like a diamond is Fletcher Cox. He's going to have an absolute day with that line being decimated. That front line of Dallas being decimated, they're going to continue to get decimated. And my goodness, I will get more into detail on that. But that defense is going to make what's the third string quarterback's name for Dallas?
DiNucci.
DiNucci's going to be seeing a lot of grass. I hope he likes the taste of dirt, man. He's going to be eating a lot of it tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, Sunday. What happened there? My brain went weird. But on Sunday.
So in that game, I would say obviously look, the Eagles are going to win. And I just by the way, check out the Cowboys Eagles preview that I did with the Eagles fan and scout Mike Hernishin yesterday on my channel. Check that video out and give it a big thumbs up. We also talked about some draft, of course. Yep, because he's a scout. He watches a lot of college tapes, so he did a little draft show there as well. So check that out on my channel. But so in this game, who's gonna shine? I would say Travis Fulgham of the Philadelphia Eagles is going to shine because he's been just look. You could pick almost any Eagles player. I don't think it's going to be Carson Wentz because Carson Wentz is just going to find a way to turn the ball over once or twice. So I don't think it's considered shining in prime time. But I would say if Travis Fulgham, just like he did against Pittsburgh a couple weeks ago, is going to have another game against this just awful Dallas secondary. Although this Dallas secondary might even be better by addition through subtraction because Darryl Worley has been cut. So that means rookie Reggie Robinson might start getting playing time. And honestly, anyone could be better than Darryl Worley right now. So the Cowboys defense will still be bad, but it might not be as bad as it has been in recent weeks. So, but still give me Travis Fulgham in that game. Monday Night Football, Tampa Bay Bucks versus New York Giants. I'm going to go with Look, and honestly, again, you could take anyone in the on the Tampa Bay offense.
No
Um,
way, Red.
I think there's a guy named Antonio Brown that might be making his debut for the Tampa Bay Bucks this week, or is that going to be next week?
I
We'll look it up.
thought it was next week, but let me quickly check. Either way, you go on.
But I'm going to say, you know what? This Tampa Bay defense is going to shine in prime time because they have been because this Giants offense again is just really bad. And as we've said many times before, with whether it's Daniel Jones tripping over the 20-yard line or Jason Garrett trying to maybe mix it up, but just not really. Just remember Jason Garrett remembering that he's Jason Garrett and just being a very bad offensive coordinator. So I would say the Tampa Bay defense is going to shine in prime time in that one. So yeah, those are my picks.
Antonio Brown is not playing this week. He'll be
Okay.
playing Saints.
Probably because he has to go through the COVID protocol and all that.
That is correct.
Makes sense. All right. So yeah, those are our picks to shine in prime time.
Oh,
now,
I didn't pick Tampa.
oh yeah, my bad. Go ahead.
So I got Tampa winning, as mentioned before, or I don't even know if I mentioned that. Yeah, I did, of course. That's my super luck. But who's gonna shine? And when you look at Tampa, you think Tom Brady. You think this unbelievable passing offense and this defense built out well and well coached, but it's really quick to look past the run game. Now they have an interesting, setup with Ronald Jones, Leonard Fournette, Vaughn, and McCoy, who's injured. But although Ronald Jones was getting snaps stolen from him last week by Leonard Fournette, mostly because Ronald Jones doesn't know how to catch a football. I don't think he's going to need to catch football this game. I think there's going to be a lot of rushing yards because Tampa Bay is going to go up early, and it's just going to be a lot of running down the clock. I think the person that's going to shine the most is Ronald Jones, and I'm going to make a little prediction here. Give me 200 plus yards against that abysmal running defense by New York Giants. A 200 rushing yard game for Ronald Jones.
That will help win my fantasy week just all by itself right there.
Yeah, same here. It's a little bit of wishful thinking. No problem, though.
Appreciate it, though. So anyway, so now let's move on to our GOAT picks of the week. So our GOAT of the week, who will just rise up the power rankings or maybe go all the way to the top of the power rankings. Ryan, who is your GOAT of the week?
So I said I'd go back to them and I mentioned them later. And here it is. The New England Patriots. As much as it curses me, it hurts my heart so dearly to say it while wearing this shirt. I think it's Brandon Marshall. Who cares? It hurts. But I think the New England Patriots, although it doesn't hurt that much because we're playing the Bills, so it fins up in the division. But maybe a little more wishful thinking. But I got the New England Patriots. When's the last? Again, I made the argument last week. Well, Belichick doesn't like to lose 2 games in a row. I don't even know if he's ever lost 3 games in a row. So, and don't get me wrong, their team looked horrible these last 2 weeks. Absolutely disgustingly bad on both sides of the ball. I can't see them doing it 3 weeks in a row. And the Buffalo Bills are in a bit of a tailspin too after that horrible game against the Jets. I think this might be a little bit of a boring game. But I think the Patriots are going to squeak by, and I think Cam Newton's going to snap back and play at least at a moderate quarterback level, let alone one that's getting only interceptions and barely any yards. So give me the New England Patriots pulling the upset against the Bills and flying up the rankings because of so.
So 2 things. So number 1, I think it's going to be a lot of a boring game because just like you said, the Bills didn't even get a touchdown against the Jets. They got all field goals.
Oh, right, that's right.
Yeah, so they didn't get a single touchdown. But also that jersey that you're wearing, isn't that like some kind of like Dolphins player from like the early 2000s, like some like wide receiver that no one knows about, like Bestie, but like.
Okay, so it's either I'm pretty sure this is a Brandon Marshall jersey, but it could be Devon Best.
Devon Best, yeah. Let's see. It looks like Brandon Marshall. Yeah, Brandon Marshall. All right.
I do have a Devon Best jersey from right back when. He's such a guy's dope, man. I miss him. I mean, like as a football player, he was just okay, but he was a really cool guy.
Fair enough. But anyway, so my go to the week. Maybe this one won't surprise as many, but I think still the Baltimore Ravens had a bye last week, and they're playing the undefeated Pittsburgh Steelers. Well, the Baltimore Ravens will hand the Pittsburgh Steelers their first loss of the season. Count on that.
I'm handing it over.
Yes,
take it out.
Yes.
Here you go, buddy.
Look, like just
eat it up.
I was gonna lean Pittsburgh in this one, but just given how they they almost fell apart against Tennessee, but also the fact that Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens, like when they want to be good, they will be really, really, really good. And I think that they will rise to the occasion this one, especially coming off a bye. We've also seen instances where the Ravens have not been playing, not firing on all cylinders. But I just think that coming off a bye with John Harbaugh as a coach, they'll be all fired up, all systems go to play their longtime division rival, and they're just going to take care of business and just they're going to give Pittsburgh their first loss of the season to make a very, very interesting race for the top seed in the AFC.
I like it.
Yeah. Now, Donkey of the Week. Eeyaw.
Eeyaw.
Eeyaw. Donkey of the Week. So, Donkey of the Week is either a team that is heavily favored to win and is going to lose, or a team that will just, that you think will just fall flat on their face. So, Ryan, give me your Donkey of the Week.
And this is number 2 of the games that I said I'll get back to. The Atlanta Falcons. How could you take anybody else to fall flat in their face after you?
I'll tell you, Hugh. Finish your point, but I'll tell you who when you finish your point.
I'm taking the Atlanta Falcons. I think that they'll get up. Tonight, actually. So I think they'll get up in the game tonight, and they'll be looking promising and good. And although to try to get to 2-6, but I don't see them holding on to the lead. I think Teddy Bridgewater is starting to really come to form. I know Christian McCaffrey's not playing, but Mike Davis is playing as good as any other running back is out there right now. And I see Teddy lightened up in a couple deep bombs to guys like Robbie Anderson, maybe a little Curtis Samuel in there, and we'll see. We're going to see a comeback. I think Atlanta will lead by double digits at some point and just watch it absolutely fade away, just like their Super Bowl dreams and every other lead they've had this year, except for one.
So Ryan, you asked before who else can be a donkey and blow terrible leads. Who can that be? Well, I'll tell you, the Detroit Lions. Yeah. So don't forget about the Detroit Lions. And honestly, you could even say that their opponent, the Indianapolis Colts, is capable of it because, again, they single-handedly cost over 75% or 80% of people's survivor pools. I made that stat up, but just the one Jacksonville Jaguars win this year is against the Indianapolis Colts. Yeah. So, just the Indianapolis Colts with Phillip Rivers throwing pick after pick after pick after pick is also capable of basically throwing a game away. But in this one, I think the Lions are more capable of it. So the Colts are favored by 2.5 points. So that means the Lions are expected to lose, but I think the Lions will again just find a way to stupidly lose, maybe set up by Phillip Rivers will throw maybe he'll throw his 2-3 picks or just be awful, and the Lions will have a 10-point lead, but then all of a sudden Matt Stafford will throw an interception, which will give the Colts a chance to come back into it. So I'm gonna take the Lions as my Donkey of the Week this week. So
I was actually looking at that game, and the reason I didn't pick either team is because I couldn't choose which team would blow the lead. I was considering it too, and I'm like, wait, which one of these teams is gonna blow the lead? But how could they both? Maybe a tie.
But at least
speaking of which, I almost called that tie last week, man.
You did. Wow, you did. And you almost got that tie right against with the Eagles and the Giants because that was only a 1-point deficit. But yeah, that was a hell of a game with.
I was seconds away from that prediction, man. Oh.
That was such a stupidly awesome game. That was just if you thought maybe not as stupidly awesome as that Cowboys-Falcons game earlier on, but because that was just more stupid than awesome. But yeah, just that between Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson going at it, and Russell Wilson throwing his his first 2 interceptions of the year. He had maybe 2 coming into the game. But anyway, So now let's finish.
I called Arizona, didn't I? Let's go.
Yeah, you did actually, and I called Seattle. But anyway, so we're gonna get to our last segment right now. Our brainlessly bold predictions.
Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind?
So, Ryan, give me your brainlessly bold prediction.
All right. So we're going to head right on over to West Philadelphia, where I was born and raised. Okay, I won't do that. Copyright. But
you mean West Toronto?
Yeah.
I mean, technically, you're living in West Toronto right now. I mean, Mississauga, it's not Toronto, but anyway.
Left, right, west.
It is. Yes, it is West, Ryan.
To the west. So,
to the NFC least, but anyway.
To the NFC least we go. And we got
Yes.
the Philadelphia Eagles playing the Dallas Cowboys. Now, I mentioned Fletcher Cox is going to have a heyday, and I believe it's going to be because he'll be seeing more than just one sack today. But he's not the only one. I'm going to go ahead and make the prediction that the Philadelphia Eagles will not only match the sack total of their NFC least counterparts this week, but they will double the counterparts. That means if you combine the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants and the Redskins, football team, which took them on a bye, but don't talk about that, you will only get half of the amount of sacks that Philadelphia will receive this week.
Are you crazy?
So that means
Are you out of your mind?
If the Cowboys and Giants combine for 2 sacks, the Eagles will get 4 sacks.
Yeah, but I'm no, at least. And I'm saying I think it's going to be more like 4 to 8 or 8 plus.
I don't disagree with you. But
we may in fact see a 10-sack game from the
oh
Philadelphia.
yeah. So anyway, so my brainlessly bold prediction, and honestly, okay, Ryan, I asked you this before the show because I want to make sure that you did not pick this, but I'm very disappointed that you did not have more to say about this. So here's my brainlessly bold prediction. So the Miami Dolphins will beat the LA Rams. The Miami Dolphins will beat the LA Rams. But not only that. But
there's more?
yes, in week 2
Right
against the Atlanta Falcons, Dak Prescott became the first player to pass for over 400 yards and rush for 3 touchdowns.
No.
Tua Tagovailoa in his first NFL start against Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald and the Rams defense. Tua Tagovailoa will pass for over 400 yards and rush for 3 touchdowns. That's my brainlessly bold prediction.
Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind?
Make it happen, Ryan. Make it happen. And
what time is it though?
it's 3:28 p.m. on October 29th.
Let's go! Fins up. I'm so down for it. I'm here. I disagree. I don't think it's going to happen. But I want it to, baby. And if you believe it, you should start to on that fantasy lineup. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting call for me at 12:59 Eastern on Sunday. Do I start? Actually, no. I think I have until 4 o'clock to make that decision. But anyway, yes, that's my brainlessly bold prediction. And this has been our revamped NFL Week 8 preview here on Langer at the Mic. Again, thank you so much.
So stoked right now, you can't leave on that.
Oh yeah. Thank you so much, Ryan, again, as usual, for joining the show today. And again, if you enjoyed our show and if you want more, then subscribe to my channel. Give a big thumbs up on this video, and also give me a follow on Twitter and Instagram. Again, handles are included in the link below. This has been our NFL Week 8 preview on Langer at the Mic. Thank you so much for watching, and see you again next time.